So my name is Rosemary, and I'm the lead instructor for the class, and I just like the team to share with us their experience of working on a real project for the team project. What was that like for you?
I'll start. Well, we all came to be here, I think in part because of the social equity component that we'd like to see more of in green building and green design, and then also because the MACE Center is in our neighborhood, so we all live within a mile of the MACE Center, and I think we just really wanted to put our energy and efforts into but a worthy cause, and the MACE Center is definitely that.
Great, nice. What about you, John?
I'll add that the working on a real project, was particularly valuable because you had to deal with, everything wasn't, these ultimate sustainable goals, which are sustainable ideas and building practices that we learn about in class, which are terrific, and we absolutely want to learn about them. But we had to deal with the cost element to it, and looking at who our audience is and who the owner, building occupants are, and addressing that as well as what we're learning in the class as far as all the specs and the detailed information about sustainability.
Greg? James, do you have anything to
Well,
add to that?
just to add to John's, I really actually like that. That was like one of the things that drew me to the project, was being able to, take everything that we've learned and use it in a way to make it more affordable for people. I think that there's just been too much talk on, green building is not for people that, or for people that can afford it as a luxury, as opposed to something that, is on a larger scale and can really help everyone's lives.
Thank you. Reverend, can you share with us what the experience was like for you?
It was great. I was pretty excited about the whole entire team taking an interest in wanting to do this as a project. It's been a hard desire of mine to see the facility used as a mixed-use facility. That site has 100 years of history of community service and social service work there. And then I knew that it was going to be a long task, an expensive task, but then to have the excitement come in and the team come in and show us how we can do this more effectively, it's been good.
That's great. That's great. What about you? Would you like to share with us?
Well, I think, for me it was a very interesting experience, just simply from the standpoint of seeing an historic building, like the MACE Center, suddenly be at least imagineered into something as a green and sustainable community center by these folks, and have it be something that was not only idealistic but also realistic. So I think it was grounded not only in good environmental principles, but also, as they said, so eloquently, it was something that was real. It's something that was attainable. It was a plan that we could follow, which we intend to use this, what these guys have developed as a foundation for all of our growth plans and funding requests. And we talked about this as being a lens through which we're going to be running virtually everything that we do to and for that building to make sure that it's everything it can be.
Are you thinking about sharing it with potential donors as the lens that you looked at for your planning purposes, and encouraging them to help you with that?
I can't imagine that this is going to be anything but a huge boon to our fundraising opportunities. And allow us to appeal to a variety of resources. We're talking about this over lunch, the fact that so many of these things that we can add to this, the educational element as well as the sustainability element, the empowerment element, the workforce training elements, all of those things that can be a part of this project as a result of the work that was done. And this provides us with the nucleus.
Thank you very much. Tanya, would you like to say something?
Yeah, I do. I just know for me, having grown up in Portland, Oregon, just growing up in Northeast Portland, this is my home, and I've lived in the neighborhood about 4 blocks, now 2 blocks from the MACE Center for the past 5 years. And for me, having lived in this neighborhood for a while. I've always kind of felt like an outsider, even though I'm from Portland. And part of that has to do with the fact that I lived in the biggest house on the block, and everyone assumed that I owned it. And I was like, no, I'm unemployed. I rent in here, and I love this neighborhood. And so for me, I really started to when I was unemployed, try to reach out to some people in the neighborhood, learn about the neighborhood, get involved a little bit more. And so for me, it was a really great opportunity to actually get involved, meet some people, show up at the MACE Center and have people be like, wow, what are you doing here? And I'd explain to them, they're like, wow, cool, all right, you know. I felt like I was kind of drawn into the community and felt like a part of the family in some extent. And that feels really good to me because this is my home, and I feel very passionate about that. So thank you for the opportunity, and Holly for bringing the idea to the class. It's great. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I better say one thing.
Okay, Greg would like to share.
I'll go back to the first question, which was, what is this experience having a real life project? And I think compared to most of the people in the class, I have very little experience in this field, in the construction field. My background is in nonprofit management, actually. And so having a real life project that is a nonprofit made it easier for me to feel like I could step in and learn and see the connections between the building industry and the nonprofit management world. And so it was really a good fit for me, and I learned a lot. And it was nice to be able to, also that I live in the neighborhood, and now this is the community center. My wife's actually just taking drum classes at MACE last week. So,
That's great. I'm glad it was a great experience, and it's very exciting to see all the potential.
And I think someone mentioned it during lunch, but that the relationship that was birthed almost 9 months ago is not ending today. I think that we'll all continue to stay involved and deliver more ideas and collaborate more.
That's great. Thank you very much for sharing with us.